My name is Chris Dodds. This is my wife Liz. We had a fire at our home back in March of 2014. The kitchen was where most of the damage was in the house. It's where the fire started. So obviously that room was going to take the most amount of work. From the beginning, we had, before the fire had even happened, my wife and I had always joked that we wanted to put more lights in the kitchen. This was just more of a difficult way of doing that. But when we came in and we kind of explained to Garner and Amp Electric what we wanted to do, you know, they were both very understanding, and we all decided together that if we were going to do something, now was a perfect time to do it. So we made several changes to the house. We went from having 2 basic lights in the kitchen to having some phenomenal can lighting. We've done some pendant lightings. We've done some movable spotlights in the place of honor where our dog passed away. So they took everything that we wanted to do and really were able to mold it together and do some different things that really benefited us all. My wife likes to cook, so Steve had actually come up with the idea of possibly putting some under cabinet lighting on in the kitchen, which I had thought about, but during the stress of everything I actually kind of forgot about. So they really did a good job working not only with our budget that we had to fix everything, but to come up with some good ideas that would help us out in the long run.
And right from the start, they understood the emotion that we would have behind all of this. It's a whole different world when you're the one tearing down the walls and seeing the destruction. Since we did have to go down to the subfloors and the studs, we basically started all over. We still had the house standing, so that's a plus. But Garner was very reassuring, especially Kevin, when he came through and did the initial walkthrough. We had no idea what to expect, and so he was very helpful, kind of giving us a time frame, kind of giving us an idea of what to expect as we went along with the process.
As far as the quality of work that they've done has been absolutely phenomenal. The guys were easy to work with. I can't tell you the number of times that we changed our minds about things that we wanted to do or things that we didn't want to do, and they took it with a grain of salt, and we moved forward. The work was done quickly, it was done efficiently, it was done courteously, and we couldn't have asked for a better crew.
The emotional part of it was taken well care of by a couple of gentlemen that came in and helped clean up the mess that we made when we came in and demolished. Gabe especially stopped what he was doing and took the time to talk with us about the fire and the things that we were feeling and what to expect from this point on. Some of the work that I've really appreciated are the extra electrical outlets. We have one specifically in the island, which is where our girls like to help the most. It's kind of at their level. I like the placement of all the electrical outlets, and I like the fact that the light switches are the way that they are. They're very streamlined, so we can have an ability to turn on lights from multiple locations in one spot.
Choreography goes into everything that's going on, you know, between the painting and the floors and the cabinets and everything. So you have to wait for one piece to get done before you can move on to the next. So, but Bud did a really good job of explaining all that to us. You know, when you're displaced with a fire, you typically want to get back into your house as quickly as possible, and every day seems like a week, you know, when you're the one who's wanting to get back into your home. So, you know, I used to bribe the guys with cherry limeades to see if I could get them to do the job just a little bit quicker, maybe work a little bit of overtime, but they were all receptive, and they wanted to get the job done for us as quickly as they could.